If you're ready to rumble, come and take a seat. With the SDN Podcast, you can't be beat. It's a wrestling party, let the good times roll. With every single episode, we're touching your soul.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Erick from the SDN Podcast, and with me today, as usual, is Mr. KVB. No, you late, bro. You always late, bro. Don't even worry about it.
You did it really quick, though.
Yeah, because you told me I take a lot of pauses. So, and joining me today again, my boy, the one and only Mr. Percy Bullock.
Sup. So glad to have you back.
And for the first time, what was your name again? No, I'm kidding.
I was going to say, really?
No, I'm just messing with you. I do that to them too. For the first time with us on the SDN Podcast, we have ChaosLovesWWE.
Hello.
Welcome to the SDN Familia. How you guys doing?
Good.
Another
Doing
beautiful
great.
day.
It is a beautiful day indoors here in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, the summer's finally started.
Listen, what the heck? It was like 42 degrees like a week ago, and now it's like, what, 100 and something outside right now?
Man, I just had a Florida rain shower that lasted about 10 minutes.
We love those. All right. WWE coming up this Saturday. Saturday, they're going to have Night of Champions from Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. We still got some matches left in the tournament for the King and Queen of the Ring, but let's just jump in right into it. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to win the whole thing? Who's going to win those matches? And let's just talk some wrestling. It's been a while. Let's start off. Let's start for the card. For the first match, we're gonna have Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa for the United States title. Give me your predictions.
I'm going to go with Jacob.
Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle?
I'm going to go with Jacob Fatu.
Totally.
Because he's out for revenge against his boy Solo.
It's about that time.
To be honest with you, I'll be surprised if there is an ending or a definitive winner. Yeah, I think it'll be a schmoz finish because I think you're going to have some returns, whether it be the Tongan boys, whether it be Hikuleo debuting. I'll be very surprised if we get a definitive finish out of this because they're going to play this out till SummerSlam. So if I had to pick somebody, obviously I'm going to say Jacob. They're not going to take the belt off him right now, but I'd be shocked if it was definitive or he can get laid out by the end of the night.
True. Well, here's what I think. Jesus, I want to say Solo so bad, but I can't. I can't. It doesn't come out. I don't know the way that Jacob has been. Jacob doesn't need the title. Kyle and I were discussing this not that long ago. Jacob right now is in a position where he doesn't need a title. He's over. Like, he does not need a belt to put him over. And I think that with a win from Solo, taking the title away from him will extend that even more. And given that the fact that if you watch the promo from SmackDown, Jacob was just staring. Well, we know that, but Solo was saying like, "I have nobody," blah blah blah. He's lying. He has JC Mattel, but I'm with Percy in this one. I think that say that his name again.
Hikuleo.
But
If they keep introducing all these new characters and changing their names. If there's one guy I want to keep his name, it's Hikuleo. I just like saying it. Hikuleo.
Well, here's the thing. There's one more that I can wait for him to make his debut. You guys know who that is?
Villa Fatu?
No, you're crazy. No. Come on.
Lance?
My boy Lance. My brother Lance. Lance Nanawai. I can't wait to see Lance. He's fully healed from what I heard. And he's ready to go. You got to listen to the other. Scylla is still way, way ahead. He has ways. Oh my god, I can't even speak. Ways to go before he can make it to the roster. Um, Still like him though, but I don't think he's ready for the WWE lifestyle just yet. Needs to mature a little bit more.
So you're going with Solo then?
Huh? I'm going with Solo.
Eric
Okay.
loves Solo.
It would surprise me if they went with Solo, more or less just because I think if there's, out of the two of them, the one that you said that Jacob doesn't necessarily need a title, I think the title needs Jacob. He brings that importance to the title. I think if he doesn't have it, it starts to fall in the background, like when Shinsuke Nakamura had it. So I hope Jacob keeps it, even just for that reason. And like I said, I want to see them extend this feud out a few more months, and I think the best way of doing it is keeping on Jacob.
And no, again, like I'm with you. I want Jacob to keep the title, but it also makes sense to give it to Solo, you know, and by interference or anything like that, for the simple fact that then Jacob has more of a reason to continue the story, go after them. He would probably have to go through, whoever, JC Mattel and everybody to get to a Solo Sikoa again at SummerSlam. That's the way I look at it.
Fair enough.
All right. For the IC title, we got AJ Styles challenging my boy, Dominik Mysterio. I love Dominik Mysterio, man. He has grown on me like there's no other.
He has grown on me too. He
Dude,
has.
He
He's become
is
really good.
Yes, he is. He just keeps going on and on, and you see his stuff on social media, and like again, just a couple of minutes ago, I had to watch it again. It just popped up on my feed where they ask him about, like the title. Like he's like, I'm a real champion. I'm not like Selena Vega walking around Disney World with my belt like a kid. I'm like, God, dude, he's so good. I'm going with Dominic. Dominic needs that belt. See, Dominic is the opposite of Jacob. As good as Dominic is, Dominic needs that belt to be that guy. Wow, what a perfect. Okay, cool. I like that. I started to make sense a little bit.
Just rounded it all out.
What you guys think?
I'm gonna go with Dominic.
There you go. Like it.
As much as I would like to see AJ win it, but I'm amazed, like, the crowd, like, you're still getting where Dominic can't speak, even though, like, he's becoming a little bit over, but the amount of, like, the noise he gets when he starts talking still, I'm still going to go with Dom.
Yeah, you gotta.
I think you bring up a really good point I was thinking about. And first of all, quick tangent. The WWE fans, us, have never been more weird about wrestlers I've ever seen than they are right now. In the same promo, you'll hear them not just like "Let's go Cena sucks," but like root for somebody and boo them in the same time. I mean, we all went crazy for when Dominic won the title, and now we won't let him speak again. But at the same time, as you guys all mentioned, who is not becoming a Dominik Mysterio fan? But I'm going to go with Dominic, but my reason is simply because I can't pick AJ. I love AJ. He's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, but he just lost to Logan Paul. That makes no sense for him to lose to Logan Paul at WrestleMania and then come back and beat Dominic. Dominik Mysterio is the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. He's not going to lose to a guy that lost to Logan Paul. That's not going to happen. So I'm going to go with Dominic. Plus, obviously, it plays better to the Judgment Day downfall. Him having that title is pissing off Finn every single day. But I will definitely tell you that is going to be even more intriguing with his girl being out. I'm so interested in seeing where that dynamic now goes as the team starts to fall apart.
I love it because I actually have that right here.
I feel with that part, I feel Roxanne kind of, Dominic moves on, but it will be a whole play between Finn and Roxanne to take that title off of Dom.
You think she's gonna play a little bit of devious play on his side and then give it to Finn?
Yeah.
Trish
can see
Stratus.
Can it be at SummerSlam though?
What, Finn and Dominic? I think that's where it's heading.
Oops, I'm gonna be
That's
there.
the place
So
for it to make sense. Yeah, I mean it's a 2-night event. They've got to be as big as possible.
Listen, I'm all for it, and I would love to see Finn again get into the title picture. I'd rather see Finn as a demon, but Demon Finn, bro, you remember
I would
that?
be really surprised if we saw Demon anytime soon. I mean, like the next 3-4 years of his career. It would really surprise me because he plays the villain so well. I can't see them wanting to give him that spotlight where the demon would make sense.
Well, it depends. Well, yeah, we got to see how that plays out. All right.
But one more question before we move on, though. If
Okay,
they
go.
do break up, right? Do you have a preference of who goes babyface? Because Dom plays the heel so well, and he has the girl. Do you turn him face with Finn, turning his back on him with Roxy coming in, or do you make him even triple down the heel turn? She continues to do. And shows one-upmanship on Finn and pulls the wool under his eyes before it even happens. Like, I've been thinking about that a lot lately, where I think I'd actually prefer to keep Dominic a heel and have him outsmart Finn Balor, opposing to Finn Balor turning his back on him, kind of like what Kyle said.
Yeah, I can't see him as babyface. I really can't. At all. It'd be weird. I can't see it.
Yeah.
I don't see Dom going babyface for, like, in the foreseeable future.
Listen, I'm with you guys. I think Dom as a heel is great, and it will be even better if he stays with Roxanne.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm more of a fan of Liv Morgan. I like his romance with Liv Morgan. I was there when we were there when they obviously solidified it. But I don't reason why. I just have this feeling that I really want to see him take that step as a more of a Seth Rollins type heel, in a sense of being smarter than the people around him. So far, his entire run as being a heel has either been the side character or the lucky guy. And I would really like to see, if we're going to see a breakup of the Judgment Day, him taking that next step to being cunning and smart and creative and outsmarting people around him, more like Roman Reigns did, and outsmarting Finn Balor, opposing to just becoming a babyface because Finn Balor turned his back on him. That's just the way I'm looking at it. I'm hoping it's more or less than it's probably not going to happen. I think they actually are going to turn him babyface because of the crowd reactions, but wishful thinking.
No, I think he needs to start eating more than chicken nuggets for that to help him.
He's as skinny as I am.
I know, and all those chicken tenders that he eats. No, I'm with you. I'm with all three of you. I don't want to see him as a face. And I'm with you, Percy, 100%. Give me, because the way you gotta look at it is this way too. Dominic has been in the business for what? Realistically, like 4 years, right?
4 or 5 years, yeah.
I mean, he will tell you that he's a 25-year vet, but that's besides the point. He's still young. He's still in what? He's like 26, 27? He's just starting. Dude, I'm telling you, Dominik Mysterio, once he gets to that peak, when he gets to his 30s and stuff like that, I can see Dominic as a world champion. No lie. He's a world champion in my eyes. He will be. So.
I'll say this, and tell me I'm wrong. I've said this before. Like, I could really see a Dominik Mysterio versus Braun Breaker WrestleMania main event. Not anytime soon. But I could see them building that, having their own version of an Eddie Guerrero, Brock Lesnar type rivalry. I genuinely could see that. Again, my man Dominic got to put some weight on. He got to get at least 20, 30 more pounds on him. But it's not to say that can't happen. Eddie Guerrero went through that. Rey Mysterio went through that. They both put on the weight necessary at a later time in the career. And he gets his 30-year-old body. I could see that being a great rivalry. Dominik Mysterio versus a Braun Breaker. Similar age, and you're going to watch that rise as they go together over the next few years. That to me is going to be something that, if it happens, I'm pointing back to this podcast saying I put it down first.
Well, I'll tell you what. Quite honestly, it's funny that you mentioned Breaker, because I was just gonna say that Dom, like I just said, a future world champion, Braun Breaker as well. Those two, I can see. I'm with you. I can definitely see that. Hopefully, on a WrestleMania stage, like you just said. Can you imagine Dominic versus Braun for the WWE or the world title? That's some great stuff right there. I would love to see that. Love to see that. All right. Let's see what Chaos have to say on this. CM Punk versus John Cena for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Who you got?
Whew. You know me. You know my childhood hero is CM Punk.
Yup.
But I don't know if he'll win the belt, to be honest.
Yeah.
I would like to see the rivalry keep going.
Yeah.
Because the pipe bomb from Cena finally had my mouth dropped. I was floored through the whole thing. I was laughing at CM Punk the whole time, him just laying there. Because I didn't even know. I was laughing throughout the whole thing.
But here's the thing up with that. Here's the thing. When it I remember watching it live when it happened the first time, like some 11, 12 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it. And I'm just looking at Cena and I'm like, bro, it's like 6 minutes already. 7 to get up. Stop selling it. And then Punk did the same thing, but Punk is like, I'm like, oh God, bro.
He sold it so good. He sold it so good.
He took an AA and it was on a table, but still, and he's selling it like it just brought back
He
memories
snapped
of the
through
time.
the table.
Huh?
Don't forget our advertisements. He snapped through the table. Don't forget our Slim Jim advertisements.
Sorry, my bad. My bad. No, it just reminded me of the time when Punk was still the first time in WWE. I don't know where it was. I think it was a house show where he got knocked out. The whole building emptied. And Punk was still laying on the floor. He didn't move from the ring. I love it. Love Punk. But I have to agree with you on this one. I don't think John Cena's going to lose the title just yet. I think he's going to hold it until his last match in December. So it doesn't matter who they put in front of him. The answer is going to be John Cena until December.
I would say Cena, and by the time we get to December, I think there's going to be so many rivalries. Yeah. Built
You started
where
to sound like me, man. I'm the Puerto Rican of
I
the
know.
group, man.
Where he will not lose that title in a singles match. It will be more of a fatal 4-way.
Oh.
That's interesting.
That is
That's interesting.
And Kyle?
That's very interesting.
And I would say between the fatal 4-way, the other three, Punk, Cody, and Randy.
That is very interesting, and I love that you said that. Because for me, I don't care who wins between CM Punk and John Cena. I look at it the same way with Randy Orton and John Cena. Everyone knows John Cena's going to win. There's no point in him losing. I just wanted to see the mess that they put together. And Randy and John did a great job in their match. It was a tremendous, not a wrestling match, but just a tremendous show that they put on. And I expect the same thing out of John Cena and CM Punk. You know, both those guys are up there in their late 40s. You know, neither one of them are going to be spectacular in the ring, but you know, CM Punk showed, along with his rivalry with Drew McIntyre, he could still tear it down. And John Cena will always be a showman of showmen. So for me, it's just a matter of what they do in the ring. Is there going to be something else that makes it even bigger? Will Ron Killings decided to interject himself into the match again. Which, by the way, you mentioned about how long CM Punk. So my man Killings just disappeared. He was so hyped. So hyped. Took out the one dude earlier in the night. He was so hyped. Then took one belt shot and was out for the rest of the night. Gone. Disappeared. So one thing I will say about CM Punk.
He had plans with DP.
That's true. That's true. One thing I do love about Punk when you said that he laid out, did you realize like how comfortable he eventually ended up getting? Like he looked like he had the leg up. He was propped with his back to it. He looked so comfortable at some point.
His head was just slanted on. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God. Like
he just all he needed was the pillow because he was like, I'm gonna be here a while.
Take a nap, brother. Take a nap. Take a nap.
I loved John Cena's promo. Obviously wasn't as good as the original, but at comparison to Thief of Joy, I really loved what he did because it looked like he loved what he was doing. It looked like he came up with that in the back and said, I cannot wait to do this, because he genuinely, like, he was having fun out there, sitting on the top rope, talking to Stu and calling out the names. I thought that if he was really trying to be offensive, he probably could have used some more offensive names, Nick and Mac Jackson, things that, like, people that really had a problem with CM Punk. He really didn't do that. So I thought he was still trying to be fair about it. But I really enjoyed his promo. I enjoyed that whole night and obviously the recreation of it. But again, long-winded. Point is, John Cena is going to walk away with it. I just hope they make the show extremely interesting between the two of them.
First, he did. That's why he said Matt Cardona and Nick Nemeth.
That's what you pulled from that?
Claudio Castagnoli.
I heard somebody else mention that too, and I was like, is that reading too far into it? But now that you say it, it's like, well, that's probably exactly what he meant. Because then again, why would he mention Nick Nemeth? Nick wasn't even crossing paths when CM Punk. Like, CM Punk was coming in as Nick had already left out. So I get where you're coming from. John Cena has more of a problem with Matt Cardona than Matt Cardona had with CM Punk. So I get it. That makes more sense, but I didn't put two and two together at the time.
No. Cena did have problems with Cardona. Remember, he took Torres from him. So. All right. You know what, Kyle, though? I'll give you credit for that, because I've been thinking of who's going to be his final opponent. And you know what? Now that you say that, that's what I want. There's no better ending. There's seriously no better ending than, hey, put John Cena, CM Punk, Randy Orton, and all this. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I actually look forward to that, especially since I'm waiting to see if I can make that trip happen, because it's going to be WrestleMania being this the last match, but is it going to be in Boston?
It is?
I know who'll have a match in Boston. I don't know if they're going to make that the last match.
I think it is.
So Cena's going to be throughout the whole WrestleMania, like, until next WrestleMania? I thought it was going to be the end of the year.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying that his final match in December, I'm expecting it to be WrestleMania money for the tickets.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna be anything like a Raw or a SmackDown, because they're saying it's gonna be a Saturday night's main event in Boston. It's not gonna be like the same price that a Saturday night main event costs. You know what I mean? That's gonna be up there, because that's gonna be Cena's last match. But in the same token, I actually don't want it to be in Saturday night's main event, for the simple fact that, well, no, let me rephrase. Not that I don't want. I don't think that WWE is going to put John Cena's last match live on network TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's going to be a pay-per-view. That it has to be a pay-per-view. It has to
I
be
agree.
a pay-per-view where they can generate that type of money. So I even heard rumors of the pay-per-view being called Ruthless Aggression. That'll be great.
Wait, now hold on. Now let me ask a question here.
So a whole new pay-per-view just for Cena.
That's actually a good idea, though. But Kyle, let me ask you this: Do you want his last match to be for the title? Like, do you want him to hold the belt all the way to December?
Yes and no.
Mm.
I would like to see. Well, I don't know. I'm still rooting for Randy to get his 15th. So
And
that's
if I can help you
yeah.
out
Go ahead.
there, that's why I don't want him to hold it till December. I want him to go ahead and lose it at SummerSlam to Cody so that he has all of August, September, October, November, December to do the apology tour. To do the, because he's had these matches against the baby faces. Now he may have some matches left against the heels, the Seth Rollins of the world, Gunthers of the world, just to get that other side. And I think he needs a few months for that. And I think it builds up more because you obviously want to sell this last match, right? So I think it sells easier that last event if he's the baby face. And for me, you mentioned about Randy Orton. To me, that does matter more. Randy Orton's next title reign matters more to me, and he's not going to take it from John Cena. I think he'll take it from Cody, much like he did to Drew McIntyre during the pandemic. Took it for like a quick month just to break it up for a bit. I could see him doing that as well because I really do think that the long title reigns are coming to an end. I think we're getting now back down to the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 month title reigns. I think you had to follow up the 4-year title reign with a 1-year title reign. I don't think you're going to keep seeing that. So I could see Cody taking it again at SummerSlam, Randy grabbing it sometime for the end of the year. Maybe Cody grabs it again either at that event in December or early 2026 leading into the WrestleMania.
That does make sense, though. That does make sense. What about you, Chaos? What do you think? You think he should hold it or not?
Same thing, 50-50, yeah, but then no, I don't really want him to hold it all the way to December. No.
She just wants Punks to win it. That's why.
That's it. That's it.
Down the line, that would be nice.
But no, listen, I'm with you. With this run, Punk this is having right now, he does deserve the title. At least one more time. Redemption.
Mm-hmm.
Like that finally coming home. Again, I love the takes. I love what you guys are saying. Wow, Percy, you just messed with my head, bro.
You're welcome.
You seriously did, brother. Because I'm thinking like, Cena's gonna go through everybody, Wait till Rey Mysterio comes back so he can have that match with Mysterio too. Because that's what I'm looking. That's what it's looking like.
Yeah.
But now that you say that, man, give me John Cena versus Seth Rollins. Even though we've seen it already, and even like a like a Gunther, even Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Not Drew.
McIntyre. Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Well, we'll circle back that in the next couple of months. We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah.
All right. Asuka. She's going to the final of the Queen of the Ring tournament, and she's going to face the winner of the Roxanne Perez versus Jade Cargill. Talk to me about that because I know who I want to win. And
Duh. You're biased.
What do you mean? Whatever do you mean? Who do you think I want to win?
Rox, of course.
Wow, no, man.
You don't want Jade to win. Stop.
Oh, no.
He wants Asuka to win the title.
I apologize. I thought you were talking about between Jade and Rox to get to Asuka.
Well, yeah. Well, it just... Oh, very easy, bro. Right now. Boom. Yeah. Roxanne Perez is winning. Naomi's going to cost her that. Naomi. My girl Naomi. Gotta love my Naomi.
You think?
Let's... Somehow, some way.
I think Jade wins over Rox. All right. They've been putting Roxanne over and over. I think they need to put Jade over Roxanne and then to go to the Night of Champions. Or the King of the Queen of the Ring. I don't even know. What are they even calling it these days?
It's one long name.
I messed it up too.
Who do you think is going to win that one?
Roxanne, because I absolutely agree. Naomi's gonna interfere. There's a storyline brewing between Naomi and Jade still. I still see it. So I think Roxanne's gonna win and go against Roxanne and Asuka. I see that.
You want Jade.
I do want Jade. So there's no, here's my thing, right? Pre Liv Morgan getting hurt, I would have said Jade. Because as much as you guys think Naomi's going to interfere with Jade, I actually don't think so. I think Naomi wants to stay away from Jade. At this point, she has what she wants. That's the Money in the Bank briefcase. Her focus is going to be on getting a title. And I think messing with Jade is only going to poke the hornet's nest. So I actually don't think that she's going to mess with Jade. I think Jade is going to end up winning the entire Queen of the Ring. Apologize, because to me that makes the most sense when you look at my fantasy booking. Long term, I don't know where it's at. I see a Jade versus Bianca versus Naomi match for that title. And the easiest way of getting there is to have Jade be the champion, taking it off of our girl Tiffy time. So for me, that's the reason why I'm picking Jade. I see that. The only hesitation I have, and Chaos, you said it, is Roxy being able to take an advantage of a distraction. And the only reason why I think that's possible is because there's no Liv Morgan anymore. Where Liv Morgan, I think, would have distracted, Roxy and taken her out of it. There won't be that anymore. Maybe end up being Raquel Rodriguez. Maybe. I doubt it, though. And so without that, do they just give Jade the clean win? I think they will. I think Jade goes up against Asuka. I think the only reason why Asuka is back is to give Jade a big victory to really push her to that SummerSlam match against Tiffy. And again, I think Jade takes it as well. They pay her big bucks. She's been around for now 2 years. I think it's the time they go ahead and crown the woman. And I think it only ends well with now that big triple threat, whether that be Survivor Series, whether that be, whatever. I think those ladies will have their big match at some point the rest of the year.
So Jade wins the Queen of the Ring.
Yep, that's my thing.
There's the SummerSlam to go up against Tiffy, right? So what if she wins and then Naomi cashes in?
First of all,
and takes it right off of her
shocking.
to build that storyline of the triple threat between the three.
And it only makes more sense. Now, if you put the title on Naomi, now you have both ladies, both Bianca and Jade, who have nothing but, tunnel vision going after Naomi and that belt. So now you make even more sense. And then you even look at it even bigger. You still have her rivalry with Tiffy. You still have the rivalry with Nia Jax. There's so many people that will be coming after her. I think that just from that perspective alone, Naomi, if they ever give her the belt, will have a great title reign because of the fact that there'll be so many legit storylines that she's been weaved into over the last year. They've really done a phenomenal job of bringing her from, right here to on the cusp of really being a top level villain.
Yep, absolutely. Well, see, I'm with you on that. And more than likely, that's what is going to end up happening with Naomi and cashing in on Jade at SummerSlam. Kind of like, but the only reason I want Asuka to win is because I'm dying to see Asuka versus Io Sky.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. Because to me, either one is money. Either match, any way you look at it, is going to be money. Whether it be Asuka versus Io or Jade versus Tiffy, it's going to be money. And especially with Naomi as the money, Miss Money on the Bank, it could go either way. So looking forward to that. And I actually wanted to leave that for last because there's a lot that goes on right now on that one. So, but you guys mentioned it's so many, too many stories. Naomi could win and be busy for the next year and a half with all the storylines that she has going on right now. Yeah. So listen, I'm ready because I love Naomi. I'm telling you, WrestleMania 33 on Orlando when she won, dude, I almost so high. I was jumping with joy. I love Naomi. But
But let me give you some good news, E, because one thing that I have noticed, and I think many people have too, is they don't put down the second person. So here's what I mean. You look at the Royal Rumble. Whoever comes in second is also main eventing the Royal Rumble. This year it was John Cena. He was still at the main event of the WrestleMania. Last year it was Gunther. He was still, at the top of the show. They don't go away from you just because you got second place. And I think that even if Asuka loses at Night of Champions, I think she'll still be facing Io Sky at SummerSlam. I think that it'd just be that spotlight to still put her there. So I think you're still going to see both matches, Jade versus Tiffy and Asuka versus Io, because they've never really done that where it's like you got second, well now you're bye-bye. Except for when they did that to my boy Santino. Come on. But other than that, they typically, whoever comes in second still finds their way into the main event, or at least a prominent role. And so I think the same thing's going to happen for Asuka as well.
Do you know how happy I will be if I get both matches?
Right.
I'll be like, let's go.
And again, especially without Liv being there, like so many storylines get thrown in the air with her not being there. It's like, who else do you put in that match?
No. You know what? We keep talking. Let's go to Liv. Let's go to Liv. We'll leave the last match for last. Liv Morgan, to my understanding, I haven't heard anything from WWE. Like, they haven't posted anything. But the last I heard was that they said about 8 weeks that she was going to be gone. If, she would have done, like, rehab and stuff like that. It looks like she needs surgery. So now they're talking about, like, 9 months minimum. That's a long time.
Man, there's a storyline. There's a storyline they can play right there.
Yeah.
For 9 months.
What am I missing?
Eric, I put it in our chat, like, at the beginning of the week. Like, what if this is a storyline and it goes, I don't know. It would be great.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Tell him. No. Hold on. You guys got to hear this. Because when he messaged me, he messaged the group chat. He goes, "Oh, Liv ain't hurt. She's what?
What if she's actually pregnant?"
Oh my god.
With a little Dom.
I was like,
Oh my god.
bro, come on.
Just
you know who I feel
sign
bad
me up
for?
to write.
Genuinely, who I feel bad for is Dominik Mysterio's poor wife. They were just married like last year, and they high school sweethearts. They've been together for a long time. That woman has had to put up with him dating now Rhea Ripley, and Liv Morgan, who was way worse than Rhea Ripley, because Rhea treated him like we best friends, like, but Liv be treating him like we. Oh, I love that woman. Whoever his wife is, I've seen a picture of her. God bless her. She has got a big heart. She loves her man, and she trusts her man. Because he been put in some of the craziest storylines. And if they decide to also do the Roxy story as well,
my hero.
God bless her. God bless her. God bless her.
It's the mullet. It's the mullet.
It's the mullet. It is. It's gotta be.
It's the Eddie mullet.
And his mustache.
Oh, yeah. Listen. Rhea Ripley, one of the most beautiful women out there. Liv Morgan is, Jersey girl.
Mm-hmm.
And Roxanne, she's beautiful. I feel weird saying that because she's like 21 years old or something like that. I'm an old man. I'm like, she's beautiful. Like ill. A beautiful woman. But yeah, no. Yeah, my hero, man. That's just no other word. My man, he's living all of those wrestling fans, the live in the basement fantasy right now. I was like, oh, I wish I was Dom. Maybe that's why he's getting all the cheers. I was like, yeah, Dom, my hero.
Yep. Living the dream for all of us.
You, but you're my hero.
I am really interested in seeing what they do with that hole that is Liv Morgan not being there. Obviously, the
Yeah.
Dominik Mysterio storyline, obviously Roxy and the whole Judgment Day thing. But she was also building a storyline with Io, and building a storyline with Nikki Bella. Like she had a lot of plates spinning at the same time. They were
Thank
making
you.
her truly a centerfold of Monday Night Raw. She was coming out 3 times a night, truly being the backbone of so much they
Different
were doing.
storylines.
Yeah,
She
much,
had 3 things going on at the same time.
much like Naomi, you know what I mean, on SmackDown, the centerfold of the women's division over there, it was definitely Liv being the centerfold over here. So it'll be interesting to see, where they put Nikki Bella now without Liv being there and how they fit her back in. And obviously you talked about Asuka facing Io and what direction they want to go there and obviously how the Judgment Day goes. So I feel bad. This is that time of the year where you don't want to get, hurt. For anybody to get hurt, it's terrible. But for her to be the centerfold of so many storylines that be now out, that's got to really, really bang them up. Known from a storyline perspective, but just personally to be out at this point, that's got to really suck.
It does. Well, see, one of the things that they were talking about was that it was actually like the whole Nikki Bella thing. It was actually going to end up being a World Tag Team title match with Raquel and Liv versus the Bella Twins, and that's down the drain. Io, same thing. Because again, why I said I wanted Asuka was because what I want to see is Liv and Io at SummerSlam. That's what I wanted to see. But since she didn't win the qualifying match, I'm like, oh, well, she's probably out. Again, so many things that are going on with Liv Morgan right now that WWE creative right now, they must be scratching their heads like, okay, so what are we gonna do now? I'm sure they're gonna come up with stuff, but so many storylines that have been pulled on hold right now because of her injury. Like you said, it can happen at a worse time.
And with the biggest event of the summer in her hometown.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yep.
Yeah.
She
Right in
literally
MetLife.
lives like not even a 15-minute drive from the place. I'm like, oh. Well, I did read something though today, and I hope it's true, that the WWE has big plans for Damian Priest because even though it's Jersey, they're still calling it like New York and all that stuff. So give my boy a chance, man. Give my Boricua a chance, bro.
I think, what's sad? I think he might be the only one that misses out in the John Cena sweepstakes. He may be the only guy that doesn't get a shot at John Cena.
Nah, that's fine, man. Don't,
you don't want him in that vortex? You don't want him in that vortex? Because, nice to get a shot at it. Seth's going to get a shot. So it'll be interesting if he doesn't get one. But, yeah, I think he may be the only one that misses out in that vortex.
Yeah. I'm okay with it. So for some reason, I'm okay with it. I want to see Damian continue his feud with. I want to see him with Seth. I want to see him with Punk. I want to see him with Drew. Like those are the type of matches I want to see him again with Jacob. That's the type. That's where I want to see Damian because Damian is not this. Again, not saying the Cena whatever, but Cena's not the same Cena from 20 years ago. Obviously, you know what I mean. So. And if you can see Damian's kind of stiff, with the elbows and the hits and all this stuff. So I want to see Damian go. Listen, you know who I want to see Damian against? Even if it is once on a major pay-per-view before he retires, Damian versus Sheamus.
I swear to you, in my head, I was going to say, stop, let me guess, Sheamus. And I should have said it. I should have said it. I should have said it. I should have said it.
Can you imagine those two going at it? Like
that'd be
a
nice.
single match? Like
a banger after banger after
Oh my
banger.
God.
Dude,
That's money right there.
Give me Damian versus Sheamus. Sheamus will be like, I'll do it, man. I'm not doing anything. I'll do Nothing but love and respect for Damian. For Sheamus. All right. What we all know is going to be the main event. Right? Has to be. No, it's CM Punk and John Cena. What am I talking about? Probably going to be the opening match. Randy Orton has advanced to the King of the Ring finals. This is the second year in a row that he makes it to the final. Who do you think is gonna be across the ring from him? Is it gonna be Jey Uso, or Cody Rhodes?
Hmm.
Damn, that's a tough one. See, this is what I love. All three of you went like, oh, damn. Who do
Because
you?
I like both. They're good, but oh my god, that's tough.
Yep. Percy, who you got? Who you got?
I mean, death, taxes, and Cody Rhodes. Like, how do you pick against Cody Rhodes? And most specifically, because obviously the better match in terms of for storyline is Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. But I think Jay has gotten to the point in his career where he needs a victory like this. Because yes, beating Gunther at WrestleMania is huge. No one's denying that. It put him in the main event. It means he's one of the greatest of all time, right? But does he go down as a one-time champion and just one of those guys that was like secondary? You never really thought he was the best, but he got there. Or does he really submit himself as I'm a main eventer? I'm as good as at the top of the card. And to do that, you got to beat a Cody Rhodes. You know what I mean? CM Punk was not CM Punk until he beat John Cena. I don't care how much trash he talked. He wasn't important to that level until he beat John Cena. And then he got to that level. Same with Edge, so many other guys. Once you beat that guy, that's when you really enter that stratosphere. And so it's like, is this that time where he's able to beat him? I don't think so. I think it's going to be Cody, simply because Randy beat, my man Sami Zayn. I see the same thing on this side. I think it's Cody and Randy. And then you're talking, which one of those two get the shot. That's going to be a hell of a match. That you said that this isn't going to be the main event. You're right, only because they're going to want to tease Seth Rollins with John Cena. But man, this should be the main event. Any match, any card that has Randy Orton and and Cody Rhodes on it should be the main event. But I think Cody Rhodes walks away from it. Saudi Arabia loves Cody Rhodes. Last time he was there, they gave him that big old belt for what was it, the big green belt, because he beat Gunther. Yeah, I think they'll do the same thing this time.
Wasn't that Night of the Champions?
Yeah, I think it was Night of Champions last year where they went champion versus champion. Yeah,
I don't know. It was something. I know he got
the
it
Crown Jewel.
It was from his
Crown
place
Jewel,
up to
yeah.
up here.
That was Crown Jewel.
Yeah, Crown Jewel. Yeah, so I see the same thing, and they love him there. They love really putting the spotlight on him. So I do see him winning it again. And to me, that only plays out where they main evented WrestleMania. I see the main eventing SummerSlam, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. So how do you deny it? I mean, where else can you go?
There you go. Chaos,
but don't get me wrong. I will love it if my man gets there.
Man, I still don't know. I still really don't. It's tough because I like both of them.
It is.
They both have a little bit of a storyline with Cena, so it's like, I don't know.
So,
I would like to see a storyline of Cena and Cody, but then Jay does need a win. A lot of people weren't happy that the belt was taken away from him from Gunther for Gunther and Goldberg. So I don't know. I'm in between. It's a tough choice.
She said it's gonna be a draw. It's gonna be a triple threat match for the King of the Ring. Oh my god, you imagine that happens? A triple threat match. Damn. No, that's not happening. Kyle, who do you think?
So, I'm going to bring back a little bit of what we all want to see. So, yes, Cody, I know. But Cody over Jay on Monday to advance to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
Where Randy beats Cody to main event SummerSlam. And then we see the heel turn for Cody.
Damn you!
Wow!
Damn you!
Wow!
Damn you! Damn you! I'm gonna stop going
Randy
last.
gets to face Cena the second time, takes the belt. I know I said something, 10 minutes ago differently. But
Flip flop
after
that
thinking about this
Edit that part.
and
Edit it.
everything that we want to see that heel turn on Cody's, yes, Randy.
Interesting. Cody Rhodes heel turn. Now you saying that it's at Night of Champions? You're saying he turns?
Yes.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
I think it would be more. That would be the beginning of it,
Oh,
but
okay.
we won't see more of that until after SummerSlam.
Oh, okay. Oh,
The
man.
jealousy will set in.
Oh,
So-
man.
So here's my thing, and I'm not gonna take credit for it because I had not seen the 2-3 promos that just happened in SmackDown. I only saw clips, but I've seen a lot of memes that apparently Cody Rhodes couldn't get a word out on Friday,
I've seen that. Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, hey, all you seen in his face, he was like he was giving like the side eye, like yo, well, So that's what I was going at. I wasn't going to pick Randy to win. I was gonna pick Cody to win. But I just like Kyle said, I was gonna pick Cody to win the King of the Ring, face Cena at SummerSlam, and lose again to Cena. Lose again to Cena, where it's gonna throw him off, and that's when we're gonna start seeing that heel Cody, maybe a Sami Zayn will come in, goes like, I'm your friend, I'm your brother, blah blah blah, and cost them the title. A distraction that something happens, or even a Jey Uso, which will make more sense for like Jey Uso to like custom the, I don't know, somebody, but it has to be somebody big because we have our heels and we have our face set in Raw. We all know that. We got Jey and we got Seth. Cena's gonna end up leaving because right now Cena's the big heel. Cody's the big baby face. Who's gonna take Cena's spot when he leaves?
As the babyface or the heel?
As the heel. We got Drew.
Seth.
Seth is on Smack and Raw.
There's still a draft. You never know.
Also, here's the thing. Oh, I know who can be the one that can cost Cody the match. Roman.
Oh, okay.
So then you got Roman, Cody for the gazillion time, but with the reverse. Roman as the heel, as the face, and Cody as the heel. But he needs to dye his hair black again. God. He ain't lucky. Like that
Can't be the
dark
blonde-haired
hair.
villain.
Let me tell you something. Cody Rhodes as a heel was great.
Oh, yeah.
It was.
His Bullet Club stuff was great. His little stint that he had on TNA was great. I'm sure all three of you must have seen this clip when Brandy was supposed to wrestle this girl, and he came out and he was like, he said here's $45 to the girl. That's 25 more than what you were gonna get anyway. It's like, dude, Cody Rhodes as a heel is great.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes as a heel is great. So, what do you think, Chaos? What do you think? You think your boy's gonna lose?
I'm gonna have to say yes this time around, even though I don't want to. Yeah.
Poor Jay. Oh,
My only thought with Cody and his journey is going to be where Randy plays into it, because part of you mentioned about his promos from Friday. Randy keeps talking about how much he's going to do whatever it takes, and Stone Cold said that and he turned heel. John Cena said that he turned heel. Is this Randy planting the seeds for his own heel turn? Do I think it's necessary? No, because John just did it, so it's like kind of just raining on parades. But that's my only thing where we're looking at this, and for me, I think that John's getting. That's the reason why I think Kyle's, probably more on track, because I just don't think Randy goes away. So my thought is I still think Cody's going to win it, but I'm nervous about that because I when I hear Randy, so vehement of wanting to get to that 15, and I could see Triple H doing that too. Be like, you know what? I don't want to be second. I'll give that spot to Randy. To Randy. Because obviously Triple H is at 15 right now. He'll give that spot to Randy, let him get 15. Maybe even Randy finishes out with 16, maybe gets 17 on his own as well, just to kind of have that symmetry between these two guys that stayed around for so long. So that is where I'm interested in. What will he do and how his story will play out as well. But yeah, I can't go away from Cody. I can't not pick Cody at this point in his career.
Yeah, that's sad. It is sad. Nah, I like Cody. I really do, but I don't know. I want somebody new. I don't like when Cody came back. It was great. And like you said, Randy doesn't need to turn heel. He doesn't have to. That's just my opinion. I don't think he has to. What is he gonna do? Fight with Cody and then what? He's done. So give me somebody else. You know what? I got it. And I'm gonna be so biased in this one.
DP.
Make DP the biggest heel on SmackDown.
All he's got to do is take out Ron Killings, and he will be.
Nah, man.
I don't know. I see those two pairing up. for a WWE Tag Team title reign.
What's that mean? They only ever pair up the breakup.
Yeah.
They only ever pair up the breakup. So let them pair up. Let them win the titles. They just break up right afterwards.
No.
Yes.
Listen. Once Truth is done with Cena, because I'm telling you right now, it's not over. It's not over. It's not over. Truth is gonna go after DP. Think about it. The way they treated him in the Judgment Day. The way the Judgment Day and Damian Priest treated him when he kept saying that he was a member and you're not, they keep beating him up and all this stuff. Our Truth might have forgotten about that. Ron Killings? He's going to go after him. Yeah. He's going to go after it. He's going to go after him. All right, guys. We're at that mark already. 1 hour. So, any final thoughts? What do you guys think? What do you guys think is going to end up happening in the next couple of weeks leading up to SummerSlam, besides the matches that we discussed? Because there's a tag team titles, anything like that. One prediction, one match that you guys want to see.
Roman Reigns, where are you? Roman Reigns, just where are you? Where are you?
I seen a rumor about Roman coming back to make allies with Jacob.
Really?
Yeah.
With Jacob.
Yeah, but that was from Sportskeeda, so we all know how we feel about that.
Block. I got a block. That's like me saying, breaking news, reliable source. Vince McMahon just bought back WWE. Source, trust me, bro. You can't trust him. Roman Reigns. I would love to see Roman Reigns back. But you gotta understand his thing. So, Chaos. Something you don't know. So, this will be. But we've been to the last 2 SummerSlams, right? We went to Detroit and we went to Cleveland. Ali and I are always talking smack, right? About the bloodline and all this and blah, blah, blah. When Roman Reigns returned, after all this smack talk that we do in this podcast, about Roman and this and that, and it's just to provoke people because I love Roman. The moment it went, boom, 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 this Colin and I got up and went.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I was never a Roman fan, but when he came to SummerSlam, I was the same. Like, oh, I was
Yeah.
so excited.
Oh,
I was the same way.
we all three of us, because Percy was sitting like a couple of rows in front of us, right to the
Mhm.
side, right.
Yep.
Yeah.
We were like right there from the entrance, so we were like, oh yeah. So, oh man, that was a great moment. That was a good SummerSlam, which brings me up to my question to Kyle and Percy. I got my ticket already. Did y'all get your tickets already for SummerSlam?
I'm working on it.
Purse?
I'm still considering it. And the reason why I say that is nothing to do with pricing. It's simply I have a few other major events happening at the end of the year, and I'm still deciding what all I want to do. I'm just being honest with you. I got a few things I'm working on, and I'm still deciding if it's what I want to do. If I want to go, I will absolutely let you know.
Listen, I get it. You don't want to go because it's Jersey. We're going home. We're going to Newark. You're like, I've been to Jersey a million times. I don't care about going to Jersey.
I went to Cleveland.
Yeah.
And Cleveland sucks. Tell him I said it. Tell him I said it. Cleveland sucks. There's nothing redeemable about Cleveland. I'll take Jersey every day over Cleveland. Cleveland is horrible. It was you guys were the only good part about Cleveland and seeing Roman Reigns come back. What? Pivoting real quick, so I know we got to wrap up here. You mentioned about what we want to see as we get to the end of the year. The biggest thing for me is just when will Seth Rollins cash in? I really want to see a Seth Rollins title reign with him back on top, head of the table, the true villain's villain with his two goons next to him. If he brings another one in, I'd love for him to bring a Ricky Starks in. I am all for him bringing in a Ricky Starks.
He fits in.
Yeah, we'd fit that so well. He'd be a smaller guy, but that's okay because he'd be able to take that. He'd be the fall guy, be able to take some pins where Braun and Braun aren't going to take pins. But that's the story for me that I'm really most intrigued about is seeing where Seth goes. I have loved this renaissance for Seth, taking on the Wise Man and bringing up his new group. I'm really interested in seeing how that goes. I want to see what he does with that Money in the Bank briefcase.
When's the Gunther Goldberg match?
Saturday night's main event, July 12th.
Yeah.
We'll
That's when Seth cashes in.
We'll be back with that.
Yeah, we're back.
That's when Seth cashes in.
That's when Seth cashes in?
It's going to be the 2 nights. It's going to be Evolution and Saturday nights. And I'm still, my wife still told me, do you want to go?
That I'd be more likely to go to.
Atlanta?
Yeah, Atlanta. That I'd be more likely to go to.
I love Atlanta.
For the Evolution and for Saturday night's main event. And then I think there's another one. I think there's a Great American Bash that weekend as well. Yeah.
Listen, it's anniversary, man. I can't leave anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm working. I can't go
out.
Oh, you man, anniversary's only going to be 2 weeks.
And that's in the 2 weeks.
That's when it starts.
Oh, yeah. Sucks to be you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. All right. So my thing for going on right now is I just want some good wrestling. That's all I care about right now. NXT is cooking. SmackDown is cooking. Raw is cooking. You guys know me. I love my wrestling, and I try to watch it as much as I can. I need you guys to get into the whole TNA. TNA will, and I'm telling you right now, TNA will with the ratings, is going to be in the ratings is going to end up beating AEW. I can't even remember their name.
No. Do you understand that they have Okada versus Omega happening that weekend? No. It's not. No. No,
I didn't say now. I didn't say it's gonna happen this
not no
weekend.
time soon. No time soon. No time soon.
I'm telling you. I just wanted to get him riled up. That's all.
No, can't believe you would say something like that. And I'm a fan of TNA. Not that much of a fan. That's crazy.
I love TNA. I've always been a TNA fan. All right, guys.
I-
Go ahead. Oh, you good? No. All right, guys. Well, let's do it again pretty soon. Again, like I said, it's gonna be. I mean, you guys don't need me, man. You guys can do this on your own. Part of the familia. Just say your goodbyes, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a great week.
Take care.
All right.